Welcome back to Nailed It. Today I'm going to share with you guys this beautiful set, and I'm also going to show you guys how to paint with your non-dominant hand. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to recreate this look. There's two ways to do it. I'm going to show you guys quickly here what I did for my first coat. I said you can either paint with your nails, like with your hand moving, so like as if your finger is moving back with your dominant hand, if you feel like you have more control to just keep this one still, if you're really shaky, to just move this back like this. You don't get the best painting and the best coverage, in my humble opinion, when you're doing it like that, but maybe you can master that and be a professional at it, and hey, that's all you. But if someone paints like that, let me know, because I would love to see a video of someone painting their nails like that. Me personally, is what I said earlier, I like to move my left hand. It just feels more natural to me, and it feels like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I have more control with my hands closer to me versus like with them like super far away from me when I have to film a video. And I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself instead of looking at you guys, but super far away from me when I have to film the video. Usually it's out in front of me like this instead of like in my face. So I like to film in my face, and it gives me the best coverage. I obviously take my time. It takes me longer to do my right hand than it does to do my left hand on camera for you guys, but that is the price of doing your own nails and making it look beautiful, in my humble opinion. So yeah, if you guys want salon professional looking nails at home, you gotta take your time. Just do something that you like. I know a lot of people like painting their nails like facing them like this. I personally don't mind doing that, and I think I only like painting my nails like this when I have regular nail polish. Isn't that so weird? But when I'm using gel polish, I'm so used to filming videos and stuff that this way is like, it feels like the natural way for me to paint my nails, but I like it closer to me instead of so far away from me. So this is still like the most comfortable way for me to paint my nails, but definitely do whatever is more comfortable for you. Like don't paint your nails like me just because I paint it like that, if that makes any sense. If it's more comfortable for you to paint your nails like this, then do so, because when you're painting your nails like this, you can definitely move this hand and just paint like this, or you can just move your left hand as well too, and paint properly. my personal opinion, I think it's painting properly, but you guys can do whatever you want. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to paint someone's nails. Well, kinda. There is, in a sense of like, if you're flooding the cuticle area in your sidewalls, I don't think that you're doing it properly. I just feel like you're picking up way too much product. For me, when I'm doing my right hand, I like to pick up less product than I would personally use if I were painting someone else's nails, or if I was doing it on my left hand. So when I'm doing my right hand, I definitely like to have it right in front of me, and I can literally see everything that I'm doing. Nothing's scary, nothing's kind of like, oh my gosh. I don't feel like a toddler when I paint my nails like this off of camera. I just feel like, hey, I'm doing me. I'm doing what I gotta do to make this set look good. I definitely take my time, and I don't rush myself, and that's one thing that I had to come to terms with when I was first starting out. I always wanted to rush because like I kind of viewed like YouTube as like, if I were doing my nails for a customer, like one of my clients or something, and I was like, okay, it should only take me X amount of hours to do my nails, but that's not That's not what really happens in reality. It's what I would like, but it's not what happens in reality, because reality sets in, and on your customers, I have both of my hands readily available to do cool nail art and designs on them, versus myself, it's just me using both of my hands, usually one of them, to do a design, so it doesn't really work that way. So I can't think that way. So we're painting this hand. I'm going to be painting my middle finger and my pointer finger yellow, so you guys will see that here. If this looks weird, I don't know why, but this is honestly, this is how I paint my nails. So if you guys are judging me, I'm sorry. This is what I do, and it might be weird to some people, but it's not weird to me at all. So I like to work directly in my face, and I like to see everything that I'm doing. Like, this is it. This is me doing my right hand. So I hope it helps somebody though. I think when you're painting with nail polish, it's easier, and also it might be a little bit more challenging because it has like a dry time, so you got to be mindful of that. If you were to be building up like your gel nails or something, or I can show you guys videos on that, because those are all different, or using like an actual gel pod to do your nails, I feel like that might be a little bit different too, a little bit different techniques, but it's ultimately the same thing. So like if I was painting with this paintbrush using like one of my gel pods from like Light Elegance or something, then I would pick this up and I would be painting just like so. If I'm doing a full set and I'm building up my nails, same thing, I would take a bead, put it on my brush, and I would just do a slip layer first and cover the whole nail, and then I would take a bead again and I would do it all over again. So obviously I'm holding the brush a little weird in some people's opinion, but I feel like with all my fingers on this brush, it's going nowhere, and I feel like I have optimal movement with it. Like I feel like it's not shaky, I'm not just holding it with two fingers, and it's everywhere. Like the way that I held the brush with all fingers on my left hand is literally, I feel like, what gives me the ability to be super precise when it comes to my left hand. And that may not work for somebody else, but it definitely works for me. You guys can let me know your tips and tricks that you guys use on your non-dominant hand, and when you're painting your dominant hand, I would like to learn that. But I feel like the more fingers I have on it, the better. So I didn't even notice that until me filming this, like, because I literally have all fingers on here. Like I don't like doing this. I feel like this is like, it's messy, it's out of control. So in order to have full control, I need all my fingers on there. And I need to work slow, and especially around my cuticle area. Around my cuticle area and my sidewalls, I'm like, sometimes I don't even breathe, to be honest. Like sometimes I'm not even breathing. I'm like, oh my gosh, make sure you're like, I get it right the first time, because it definitely makes your life easier if you don't have to clean up your sidewalls or your cuticle area. We all know that, right? When we're doing our clients or when you're painting your nails, like the last thing you want to do, especially if you are using regular nail polish or something that stains, the last thing you want to do is to stain your nails with something crazy, or your sidewalls or your cuticle area. And then when you go to take your beautiful pictures of all of your pain and suffering, it's just like, it's okay, but you know, that blue stuff in your cuticle area it didn't make the set look just as good, you know? So I try not to do that. Right now I'm going to be mimicking this, so we're going to do the green across on this hand. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm taking the green. I will move my hand up here, so making sure I'm keeping it up here so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I want it to go diagonal that way, because this one goes diagonal that way, so I kind of want to keep that same energy. So sometimes it's easier to go this way, or should I do it like that? Maybe I'll have it go the other way. Why not? So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just making a diagonal line. And honestly, you guys, it wasn't perfect when I did it the first time on my non-dominant hand, so I wouldn't expect it to be perfect on my, on my dominant hand. So let me know if that confuses anybody else. Like when I'm talking about my dominant hand and non-dominant hand, like I really know my right and left, so please don't come for me. Thank you. But I'm just saying, like, I don't even think about it like that. Like my non-dominant hand, dominant hand, like I don't really think about it like that. So right now, this is what we have. Something that's really atrocious, and it should never be allowed to be on your nails. But right now I'm taking my detailer brush and I'm going to clean up the lines. Like I said, I don't know how else to explain what I'm doing, but I like to have all my fingers on the brush, and I just feel like it gives me optimal control over what I'm doing, and I take my time. I can definitely do it and still talk to you guys without freaking out, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing once I get done. I'll show you this one nail, and then I will compare it to the other nail so that you guys can see the difference between the two. And right now I'm literally just moving the paint around to make it one straight line. So right now we're not straight. The line has to be semi-straight in order for it to look right, so that's what we're doing. And voila! You see the difference in that? How it's just like and it's not 100% straight, but I'm not worried about it because, first of all, I still got to put the black lines on there, so that's the only line that I want to be straight and not like super wavy, but this is like perfect. So I wouldn't mind carrying that in the light, so I'm going to do the same thing on my ring finger. So that's what we're doing here. And honestly, I don't know how to explain this process to anybody. I really don't. So hopefully by watching me do it, you guys can learn something, because I don't know how to explain myself when I'm doing stuff like this. I'm not saying that this is like second nature to me, but it definitely is not foreign to me because I do my nails so much. So, and voila, can you guys see that? Now you guys can see that. So that is good enough to cure. Now that layer is done curing, I'm going to go in with my red color, and we're going to be following that same kind of diagonal lines, and we're just going to be putting just a small little red corner on our nails. So nothing fancy. Voila, as you guys can see there. And that is like your base, right? This is what I start with. And now I'm going to be using my, not that one, but I'm going to be using my micro detailer brush, clean it off because it still has some green on there. And I'm going to dip it into my red polish here that I have on my mat. And I'm just going to make sure that these lines are crisp and they are clear and maybe a little bit bigger, just more defined. So like I said, back to having all my hands on my brush, I just feel like it gives me more control of this situation. Like I said too, sometimes I really don't breathe, and that's just me being realistic here, especially if it's like I'm very irritated and I really want to hurry up, and I've been in here struggling for hours. Sometimes I'm like, listen, I gotta hurry up and get this done. So sometimes it's like my 5th time doing it, and I'm like, listen, this is the last time that I will be here struggling. So I need to not breathe, because apparently breathing messes me up, you know, and that's just the reality of it. I don't do that for everything, obviously, because I can sit here and talk to you guys while I'm doing this. But for some designs, some intricate designs that you're just like, how the freak did she do that on her right hand? I wasn't breathing, so that's that's how I kind of achieved it. I just stayed very still and I didn't touch anything. I didn't breathe. I didn't move. Well, I barely moved. I did what I need to do and I got out of there and then I was done. That's all in a nutshell. So I think this looks fine on this hand. No, I think the red is too small in my personal opinion. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, but in order to do that, I'm going to put my hand down like this, make sure that it's really flat and I can see where I want my lines. And I'm just going to swipe across my nail to make that line bigger or thicker. And once I get it semi-straight, that is good. So that one's a little bit thicker. You probably can't tell the difference. I mean, I can definitely see it in person, but on a video, I don't know. You guys are probably like, you moved over an inch and now you're being drama about it. I'm always drama about something. Welcome to Patrice's world, Miss Drama. But okay, so what do you guys like doing? What do you guys do for the summer? How's your summer going? How are you guys feeling? What are you guys thinking? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this set? Do you guys know about Juneteenth, or do you guys not know about it? Like what's going on with that? I want to know you guys' thought process and how you guys are taking this, how you guys are viewing. Please don't spill like super negativity. This is not supposed to be a negative video. I don't like negativity on my channel, so don't spill hate here, but definitely tell me, voice your opinion in a nice, beautiful way. Like don't just be spilling hatred though, because you will be blocked in a nicest way. I just don't like that kind of stuff. So now after I'm done with that, this one is not even. I hope you guys can see that. One of these, that one, this one is crooked. So I'm just going to make it straighter, just a little bit straighter since I have control over that before I cure it in the light. And I always like put my hand really far away from me and really close to me. I want to see what it looks like both ways. Far, front, this way. It has to look good from all angles. Sorry. Sorry if that was being extra, but I'm dead serious. I do that every time. Like, oh, does it look good? Okay, it looks good. Okay, it looks good. All right, it looks good. Then it's good. Now we're going to take the same micro detailer brush that we've been using this whole entire time, and we're going to be dipping it into the black paint, and we're just going to do borders around this. And I honestly don't have, when I do borders, I definitely like to have my nails this way instead of this way. That way is weird. I don't know why I like to switch it up, but this is me. So yeah, when I do intricate lines or borders, I still have all my fingers on this brush, but I definitely like to have my nails facing towards me. I feel like I can see what I'm doing more when it comes to my lines, and everything usually stays pretty cohesive and perfect. Well, not perfect, nothing's ever perfect when I'm doing my right hand. And this is why sometimes I take my time and I go slow, and honestly sometimes my right hand turns out way better than my left hand, and that's because I like literally took all of the time and the patience that I had left in me for the week, and I achieved something that I wouldn't have achieved if I didn't like slow the freak down and take a breather and make sure that I was doing what I wanted to do right. Sometimes I have to tell myself that, like, listen, just like chill out. It's not that big of a deal. Or if I can't do a set or design on my right hand, I usually switch it up too. I've done that many times in the past, where I just like, I was going to do the same thing that I had on my left hand, but it really just didn't work out. And unfortunately, sometimes that is a hard pill to swallow, especially if you are me, and I don't know how to explain that, but like, I'm not a perfectionist, but I like things to look nice, you know what I mean? So sometimes it just doesn't turn out the way that I want it to. I just did one of those lines. I'm gonna do the next one. Sometimes it just doesn't turn out the way you want it to, and it's just, unfortunately, it's sad. And you have to admit defeat and change up your design, and who the freak wants to do that? I know I don't. I don't like admitting defeat. I like conquering that stuff and being like, yeah, you see that? I mean, it took me all day, but look at it, it's amazing. Sometimes it takes me all day. How long does it take you guys to do your nails? I promise you, when I'm not talking, it doesn't take this long. I feel like with me talking to the camera, I'm like, oh my gosh, why is it taking me so long to do the simplest stuff that I normally do on a daily basis? Or weekly, I should say. I don't do nails on a daily basis anymore, sadly. But I'd love to do nails full time again. Obviously, nails are my passion. You guys already know that. So, after I get my lines together, as you guys can see, I like to cure, which is something I wouldn't do on my right hand. I mean my left hand. You guys are getting what I'm trying to put down here. I like to cure in between stuff just so I don't mess anything up. I'm making these lines more opaque, and yeah. So as you guys saw with my left hand, I didn't need to cure before I put the border around these these fingers. But this hand, I definitely don't want to mess that up, so I'm going to cure my light. Alright, the part that we've all been waiting for. Me to do my design. Okay, so I was trying to come up and brainstorm how I wanted to show you guys how I come up with my designs and how I execute them on my non-dominant hand. I mean my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. Maybe I should just say with my non-dominant hand. I mean, that would make things easier for the both of us. You listening to me struggle and me struggling. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to show you guys what I'm trying to achieve here. So this is what we're going to be doing on this hand right here on these little fingers. So that is my reference. I already did it, so I'm going to try to do it with my non-dominant hand. That was with me doing it with my right hand, so hopefully it comes out just as good. It's actually going the wrong way. I knew that I was going to do that to myself. Like, deep down inside, I was like, no, I should just have it go the same way, but no, I just had to have my fist go the wrong way. So this is how we do it. I struggle, I get angry at myself, and then I try to execute it. I just wanted to give you guys a little backstory about what Juneteenth means. It originated in 1865, and it was declaring freedom for all slaveries in Texas. It was like the federal order, and this day is usually held on the 19th of June, and that I'm a little bit behind, but I feel like it's never late than never, especially if somebody learned something from this. I would definitely recommend you guys looking up in full detail of what it means, because I feel like it definitely means a lot to me. I wanted to say thank you to my sister and my brother-in-law for giving me the courage to do this video, and also just having a beautiful conversation about everything that's going on and transpiring in the world today. So they definitely gave me the strength and the aspiration to do this set. So I just wanted to definitely tell them thank you for helping me out with this set, because I thought that I couldn't do it justice, and I felt like I nailed this on the head. And I just want to let anybody know that's struggling with anything to never doubt yourself. You know, always believe in yourself, and sometimes I got to keep telling myself that. And yeah, this set is it really means a lot to me, you guys. These are my final results. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and turn on your post notification bells to all so you guys don't miss another upload from me. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.